She was going to use this antibacterial agent to neutralize the bacterium.
Hello and welcome back to Geran vs Subnautica Below Zero. I have no idea why Robin just randomly said that while I was staring out of this window. I think it is a audio clip that did not trigger at the correct time. Anyway, before we get started, I do have a couple of things to talk about. I have spent quite a long time faffing about between the previous episode and this one, trying to sort out invisibility, because it is really bugging me, and I have got it working, but the amount of hoops I had to jump through means I just have to talk about this for a sec. First of all, this is a thing that lots of developers do, and I don't like it when any of them do it, and that is punishing people for using mods. Mods extend the playability of a game. Do not punish... What is wrong with that guy? Do not punish the players of your game for using mods. And usually they punish them by disabling achievement progress when mods are enabled. Why? Like, I get that you're trying to preserve the sanctity of your own achievements, but achievements are pointless. And I'm saying this as someone who rather obsessively, what's wrong with him, hunts for achievements. You know, I consider myself an avid achievement farmer. I delight in getting achievements. And I am saying they are not worth screwing your mod and player base. So don't do it. Do not punish people for using mods in your game. If they want to install a cheaty mod to get their achievements, who gives a shit? Frankly, there are loads of, like, Steam achievement managers where you can just give yourself mods, achievements. It doesn't matter. All you are doing, it is so easy to get around, all you're doing is screwing the people who genuinely want to play it, but want to tweak a few things here and there. Secondly, regarding the invisibility. So I have got a mod that enables achievements when the console is used. So normally when you activate the console like this in the bottom left, that now I should not be able to get achievements for the remainder of my use on this save. However, because of a mod, that is fixed. So if I type in fly, I can jump forever and I can fly. Alright, and then I just turn it back off again. You see in the top left, fly cheat equals false. If I put in invisible, which is listed on the wiki as a working command, nothing pops up. I'm not invisible. So that one does not work. I'm just going in here to warm up. Invisibility as a command does not work. And with the help of Eli from the Discord, we sort of dug into the code a bit to work out why this is. And this is something I've never done before, so this shows how much this is important to me. Turns out it's connected to the game mode. So it seems you can't use the command, from what we understand, you can't use the command in ordinary game mode. If I go into options and go to gameplay, convert to custom game mode, disables achievements. Again, screwing your player base for no reason. Anyway, in here you can turn off basically anything that you don't like. Anything that the console commands can normally do, you can just put in here. Including creature aggression multiplier. I don't know why that's already on... That's on 0. Just put in invisible again. And now it's on 1. So it is toggling it. But it is only toggling it in the custom game mode because I tested it. Like in ordinary game mode... Hang on, I'll show you.
She was going to use this antibacterial agent to neutralize the bacterium.
There you go. You know it is the exact same save. Now I'm going to go find a hostile creature. There is a crypto. Hello, crypto. If you would just quickly damage me to show that you are aggressive. Yep, just did 6 damage to my vehicle. If I put in invisible... Did I type that right? I don't know. I think so. Is he hostile now? It appears it's working this time. I swear I tested this. I tested this with the gravels, and they still attacked me even when I was in invisible mode. If I turned it off now, is he going to attack? Yes. I'm back on again. That is so bizarre. Okay, well apparently, alright, I was slightly wrong. Apparently it is working. That's so bizarre. I swear I tested that. I mean, I wouldn't be admitting to this if I hadn't tested it, so that is so bizarre. Anyway, the point I was trying to make with all of this is I am actually going to go into custom game mode and disable achievements there. So, yeah, so it is currently set to off. Anyway, so Eli and I messed around trying to get this console command to work. I mean, it turns out it does. It doesn't tell you it works, which is bizarre, but whatever. Anyway, and then in the end, we discovered that the same mod that enables achievements when you use the console enables achievements in custom game mode. So if you want to enable achievements, there is a mod that will fix it for you. And I actually have two that do it, just to make sure it's working. The QMod Manager supposedly does it, but also I've got AOS's Quality of Life, which has a specific thing for it. So I don't know which of those is doing it. I do know for a fact that it is working, because I built a jukebox and I got the achievement for it. All of this is to make the point that let players play the game they want to play. It is a single-player game. It is absolutely no skin off anybody's nose if I am using invisibility or not. I mean, the only reason you know about it is because I'm doing a series on it, and for that reason, I'm going to try and push through largely without it. But if I was just playing on my own, I would not think twice, except with the eliminating achievements, because I value achievements, however stupidly I may do that, and not being able to go invisible in the first one would have stopped me from playing it. Like, legitimately, the Reapers scared me that much. And although I don't think mods disable achievements in this, any mod that tinkers with the console might. So, I don't know. Why have I got like 70,000 quick bars? Oh no, never mind. They're, yes. So, let's have a quick look at the mods I have installed. So I hope you don't mind me going through all of that stuff at the beginning. It is something I feel very strongly about with this kind of thing in games. Bethesda does it, and I hate it. And Fallout 4, you see, had this thing where any mod disabled achievements, and it was so bloody irritating. See, someone always does a mod to re-enable achievements, and it just becomes pointless that you're just trying to punish them for something you can't stop them doing. Enough about that. So, with the invisibility, it's actually a toggle that goes up in like tiny, tiny increments. So I am going to leave it on 1 for now. If I get... Oh, I accidentally opened the console. If I get nervous, like, because I genuinely get a little bit paralyzed with fear when the giant bitey monster is about, and I'm very, very hesitant to go back to where... to that deep down area where the big thing that bit me in the face, where he lives in the crystals. Because, like, when I was in the process of searching... Sorry, I'm not quite done. When I was in the process of looking up about the invisibility, I found, like, threads talking about the aggression in the game and how it differs from the first one. And apparently, and I don't know this from experience, this is just from what I've played, what I've seen, and what I've read, that the creatures in this game are considerably more hostile than in the first game. So apparently, they are like so aggressive that they're unavoidable in this. And so there are some people who completely disagree. Some people saying, "Oh no, I barely got attacked when I was right next to them," but I kind of believe it because this game is built differently. This game is designed differently. It is a much shallower game in many ways. The biomes aren't as deep. There is less interesting stuff on many of the biomes. Like I said several times now, the purple, it's called the purple vents, the area with like the big things where I built the crypto throne, and the crystal place below it. They're the most visually interesting things. And to be honest, there's not much going on with them. They're just plain apart from one feature. And it's not as all-encompassing as the jelly shrooms were, where it felt like an entire environment. These are just a thing that's in a rocky area. Because of the way the game is built differently, it's much more story-focused with the the architect artifacts and going to Maida's base, wherever that is. I've turned the thing off for it, but because of all of these story things that are forcing you to go to these places in a way that felt a lot more organic in the original Subnautica, it seems they have massively upped the hostility of the, frankly, relatively few predators that there are compared to the first game. I mean, it is a smaller game. That's why I'm hesitant to call it a sequel, and I prefer to think of it as like a standalone expansion. But people do reckon that the things are more hostile. So if they are unavoidable, like a lot of people seem to think they are, then it ruins a lot of the fun for me. I mean, I was invisible through the entirety of Subnautica 1, but I would not have liked it, and even with the invisibility, I was scared to explore a lot. I reckon this is going to be a mini-episode, because I didn't think it would take me this long to go through all this, but it's been stuff that's been bubbling up for the entire series, and I do want to just talk about this. It'll be a mini-episode, so if you want to skip this, that's fine. I'm not going to do anything plot-relevant in this. It's just talking about this game, talking about what I think about the stuff I've seen so far, talking about the experiences I've had with the modding and so on. If they are more hostile, like the one in the crystal place, like the moment he had line of sight on me, he beelined for me, and I was crammed into the rock. I could not have been stealthier. So, and I assume that's why they were like the fissures in the floor, like the little caverns and crevices that you could go into to try and escape him. Presumably he's not big enough to get in there. But I'd rather avoid being seen than run and hide, because running and hiding is no fun, because I'm going to be paranoid the entire time if I need to be running. Whereas if I'm sneaking around and sneaking works, then I could just be like, okay, coast is clear, just doobie-doobie-doo. Oh, there he is. Hide at the wall. There he goes, he didn't see me. But that is apparently just not how it works. So, with the changes to the core gameplay, the changes to the predators, the changes to the environments, I feel that cutting off invisibility, or at least making it very difficult and uncertain, because I swear I tested it, and I got attacked by a gravel when invisibility was supposedly on, but there is no indication whether it's on or not. And unless you're in the custom game mode, you can't see it all. So, sorry, I'm finding this very stressful talking about this, because it is a game I really like. I love Subnautica. It is still in my top 3 games of all time. I'm also feeling a little ill, and that isn't really helping, but you know, there's really neither here nor there. Anyway, so what I plan to do is I'll try and keep invisibility off. I won't sneakily turn it on. You're going to have to trust me. I'm not going to show that it's on every single episode or whatever. But what I will do is, if I get too scared in a situation, if it is beginning to severely impact my enjoyment of this game that I like, I was about to say love, but it's not the original, then I will turn it down. So if it's I will turn it down, so if I go into the caves, the crystal caves, and immediately get attacked again, I will turn it down. And I'll turn it down to a point where I think it is fair and fun. So I hope that's okay with you. That's what I plan to do. I will turn it down and show you sort of where I rested it. I am very curious what 0.05 aggression is. And what that means. God knows what that means. But anyway. Alright, I'm also going to be upfront, now that this is all sorted, I'm going to be upfront about one more thing. Because of how much the giant bitey monster just made me so paranoid, I was on the verge of quitting the game entirely. I was on the verge of cancelling the series. And I was on the verge of using a mod that I found to literally remove it from the game. But I don't want to do that. Because I did remove the Reaper from the game in the original. I was never 100% certain it worked because they were so rare and I still didn't want to go to where they were. But in that one, the Reaper did genuinely scare me so much. What is this, anyway? I don't know what this is showing. But in this one, it doesn't scare me. Like, I think it has a really cool design, and I would love to see it. But because I'm so scared of it attacking me, I don't want to look at it. Same with the other one. I actually really like the design of the one down in the crystal place. It just looks so cool, so sleek. And I want to be able to look at these things. So I know the sand shark and the stalker and even the dragon emperor from, was it Sea Dragon? Sea Dragon? The Sea Dragon from Subnautica 1. I got really good looks at all of these monsters because I was invisible. I could appreciate the game so much more. So hopefully we will, or I will hopefully have a better time with this, and hopefully I'll be able to give you a much more enjoyable time seeing things that I want you to be able to see. So we will call this mini episode here. I hope you support my decision here. People have been very supportive overall about my want to turn invisible and my want for mods and so on. So hopefully that will continue. Let me know what you think about the other things I brought up here about like the predators and the game design and so on. Overall, I think this is an inferior game to Subnautica 1, but Subnautica 1 is one of my top games of all time. So almost everything I've ever played is an inferior game to Subnautica 1. Alright, quick thing before I stop. I installed several other mods, most of which are to do with the sea truck. I don't know if I've got a mod list. Sea truck module weight, so they no longer add weight to it, which makes logical sense that they do, but it just slows down gameplay and slows down what I want to do with it. Most of the mods do add things like armor, so they increase hull strength, which means that if I get these, I will be less inclined to turn on the defensive stuff. Sorry, turn off the invisible stuff. I don't know why I said defensive. That's defensive. Speed upgrades to make it move faster, to make it more convenient. Storage upgrade, again, to make it more convenient so I don't have to do 10 bloody trips to the Crypto Throne to build a single expansion. I can't think of other mods off the top of my head. I don't think there was anything particularly major. I just had a quick look. The other two mods, basically the only other two mods, 3 mods, sorry, is drilling is faster because that was just really slow and irritating. This is improved. Let's see if I can show you how. What the hell is this? Chelicerae. Why is that on here? That must be part... Oh, yeah, they must be part of the mod. Right. Shadow Leviathan, is that what it's called? Kyanite. Here. Alright, so what this does now is it is a lot more precise. So it tells me how far away the thing is and the height difference. So that is... oh, it's right below me. So that is 7 meters below me, 10 meters away from me in that direction. So it just, again, it's a quality of life improvement. But yeah, apparently they added... What's a root pustule? Apparently they added... Doesn't look like all of the creatures. It seems like it's just hostile ones. The Chelicerae... Oh no, glow whale as well. Maybe it's just leviathans. And the shadow leviathan. I'm guessing that's the one down in the crystal. So that's one of the mods. And the final mod... The final mod is this. It removed the eating sound. And... I want to do a special call out to this mod because it specifically cites sufferers of misophonia as a reason for the mod to exist. And as a possible sufferer of misophonia, it's undiagnosed. I really want to get a doctor to see it, but it's really hard in this day and age. I just really appreciate that. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't like the sound. I didn't hate the sound, but I didn't like the sound of... Every time I'd eat something, it was very irritating. So, that is now gone. And I believe those are all of the mods I've got. Apologies if there's been any background buzz, my mic's acting up a little. But that is enough for this mini episode, which is probably the length of a full episode. I do apologise. I hope you're okay with this. But yeah, if you're rewatching this series and you're just watching it for fun, by all means skip this episode unless you just really want to hear my opinions again. So I just wanted this to just all be out there. And yeah... and I'll be able to continue and just really enjoy this game now that I've bloody managed to bend it to my will after all this frickin' time struggling against the developers. And that's what it feels like. It feels like I was struggling against the developers to enjoy their game. I'm not unsympathetic to developers wanting people not to cheat their game, but if it makes the game more fun for people to cheat in a single-player game, I see no problem with it at all. I don't like people cheating for achievements. I don't cheat for achievements. That's like a point of pride for me. But stuff like this, invisibility mode, I'm still putting in the time, the effort, the hours in this game to earn the achievements. Don't punish me for being afraid of horrifying things. Okay, I think that's everything. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for supporting me through all of this. I appreciate the support people have shown for this particular issue. And, yeah, I'll continue next time. And we'll make some progress. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back with more Subnautica Below Zero soon. iJelly just popped in and out of existence over there, ignore that. And I will catch you later.